The late afternoon sun cast long shadows across the bustling Coquillet market, painting the vibrant stalls in hues of orange and gold. Mrs. Noel, a former nurse, her silver hair pulled back in a neat bun, navigated the crowded aisles with the practiced ease of a lifelong resident. The air thrummed with the sounds of bartering vendors, chattering shoppers, and the rhythmic chopping of knives. The scent of ripe mangoes, spicy curries, and freshly baked bread hung heavy in the air, a heady mix that both invigorated and overwhelmed her. Today, however, the usual sensory symphony felt muted, overshadowed by a gnawing anxiety. Her carefully budgeted grocery money was insufficient. A sudden, unexpected medical bill had depleted her savings. A wave of despair washed over her, the weight of her predicament pressing down on her like the humid air. She clutched her meager purse, its emptiness mirroring the hollowness in her heart. The next aisle overflowed with mountains of glistening plantains, their golden skins gleaming under the afternoon sun. A young woman, her face framed by a vibrant headscarf, was meticulously sorting them, her nimble fingers moving with practiced speed. Mrs. Noel hesitated, then approached, her heart heavy with her predicament. The woman, whose name was Rosalind, noticed Mrs. Noel's hesitant approach and her downcast expression. Rosalind's smile was warm and genuine, a beacon of unexpected kindness in the bustling marketplace. The wrinkles around her eyes crinkled as she offered Mrs. Noel a bunch of the ripest plantains, their golden color a stark contrast to Mrs. Noel's somber mood. "These are on me," Rosalind said, her voice soft but clear, cutting through the market's cacophony. "Take them. They're the sweetest plantains in the market." The unexpected generosity brought tears to Mrs. Noel's eyes. She mumbled her thanks, the words catching in her throat. Rosalind's kindness, a small act in the grand scheme of things, felt like a lifeline. It was a reminder that, even in the midst of life's challenges, human connection could offer solace and strength. The weight on Mrs. Noel's chest lightened slightly, replaced by a flicker of hope. The vibrant colors of the market seemed brighter, the sounds less overwhelming. She continued her shopping, her steps lighter, her spirit buoyed by Rosalind's unexpected act of compassion. Further down, near the stall overflowing with fragrant spices, Mrs. Noel encountered an elderly gentleman, his face etched with the wisdom of years. He was meticulously grinding cloves, his movements slow but deliberate. He was Mr. Winston, a familiar face in the market, known for his quiet generosity. He noticed Mrs. Noel's hesitant gaze lingering on a small bag of turmeric, a spice she desperately needed for a traditional remedy. Mr. Winston, sensing her financial constraint, quietly slipped the bag into her basket. "It's on the house," he whispered, his voice raspy but kind. "Use it for your health." The simple act of kindness, the quiet generosity, resonated deeply within Mrs. Noel. It was a testament to the enduring power of human connection, a reminder that even in the anonymity of a bustling marketplace, acts of compassion could transform a day, a life. The weight of her financial worries seemed less burdensome, replaced by a sense of gratitude and hope. The market, once a source of anxiety, now felt like a place of unexpected blessings. As Mrs. Noel made her way towards the exit, she noticed a young man struggling to carry a heavy sack of rice. He was Ian, a student she recognized from the local community center. He was sweating profusely, his face strained with effort. Without hesitation, Mrs. Noel offered to help, her own physical limitations momentarily forgotten in the face of his need. Together, they carried the sack to his waiting car, their shared effort forging an unexpected bond. Ian's grateful smile, his heartfelt thanks, were a balm to her soul. The walk home was different. The weight of her financial worries remained, but it was now balanced by a profound sense of gratitude. The kindness of strangers, the unexpected acts of generosity, had transformed her day. It was a reminder that human connection, even fleeting, could be a source of immense strength and comfort. The simple acts of Rosalind, Mr. Winston, and Ian had not solved her financial problems, but they had restored her faith in humanity, reminding her that kindness, like the vibrant spices of the market, could add flavor and warmth to even the most challenging of days. That evening, as Mrs. Noel prepared her simple meal, the aroma of the turmeric and the sweetness of the plantains filled her small kitchen. She smiled, remembering the kindness of strangers, the unexpected generosity that had touched her heart. She decided to pay it forward. The next day, she would volunteer at the community center, offering her time and skills to help others in need. The kindness she had received would not be a one-time event. It would be the beginning of a ripple effect, a chain of compassion that would extend far beyond the bustling marketplace of Coquille. The following week, Mrs. Noel encountered Mario at the community center. He was helping to organize a fundraising event for the local hospital. Mrs. Noel, inspired by the kindness she had received, offered to bake her famous guava pastries for the event. The sweet aroma of the pastries filled the center, attracting other volunteers, including Wilma, a retired teacher known for her warm smile and generous spirit. Wilma, noticing Mrs. Noel's quiet determination, offered to help with the event's publicity, using her skills to create eye-catching posters and flyers. The fundraising event was a resounding success. The community rallied together, their generosity exceeding all expectations. The money raised would help the hospital purchase much-needed equipment. Mrs. Noel, watching the community come together, felt a profound sense of fulfillment. The kindness she had received had inspired her to pay it forward, creating a ripple effect of compassion that touched countless lives. Later that evening, as Mrs. Noel sat on her porch, the evening air cool and refreshing, she reflected on the events of the past few weeks. The unexpected kindness of strangers had not only alleviated her immediate financial worries, but had also enriched her life in ways she could never have imagined. It had reminded her of the power of human connection, the importance of helping others, and the enduring strength of the human spirit. The memory of Rosalind's warm smile, Mr. Winston's quiet generosity, and Ian's grateful thanks filled her heart with warmth. She knew that the kindness she had received would continue to inspire her, fueling her desire to make a positive impact on the world, one act of compassion at a time. The kindness of strangers had not only changed her life, but had also given her a renewed sense of purpose, a reason to continue spreading kindness and compassion, ensuring that the ripple effect would continue, touching countless lives in the years to come. The image of Clyde, a usually reserved neighbor, quietly helping to clean up after the event, brought a smile to her face. Even the most unexpected individuals could be touched by the power of kindness. And that, she realized, was the most beautiful thing of all. The kindness of strangers had transformed her life, and she was determined to ensure that the kindness would continue to spread, creating a world where everyone felt seen, heard, and cared for. The warmth of the evening sun on her skin, the gentle breeze rustling through the leaves, all contributed to a sense of profound peace and gratitude. She knew, with absolute certainty, that the kindness she had received would continue to inspire her, shaping her actions and guiding her path for years to come. The world, she realized, was full of unexpected kindness, waiting to be discovered and shared.